there is a little known program out there that is paying him, her, and him an extra $1,000 a month. To see if you qualify for this program, all you got to do is click that first link in the description. Yo, welcome to Team Go Mode. It's your man Earl, Batman Stringer. Now, I was not going to do this video, but I'm like, why the hell not? Alright, so a few weeks ago, I did a video talking about how YouTubers are going broke, right? Several fairly known YouTubers have been making videos talking about how they're broke and they're looking for ways to make money. And even some YouTubers are actually asking the viewers for money, right? Like, yo, send me some money, you know what I'm saying? Like, hook me up, right? So in that video I didn't really say names in the video, although if you watched it and you are in the YouTuber space, you probably knew who I was talking about. So out of respect, I'm like, I ain't gonna say their name, you know what I mean? Because I already did videos talking about that person in the past. And I'm like, man, I ain't trying to do all that. But this person is still getting a lot of attention, and they're continually making more and more videos. And the thing is, people are starting to question, like, yo, whoa. Is this shit fake? Is this YouTuber actually faking content just to get more views, just to get more money? So, like, I wasn't gonna do this video, but after watching all these other people talk about this and question whether or not this YouTuber is faking for views, I'm like, yo, I do got an opinion on this shit, right? Because I've been watching, and yeah, I do got an opinion. All right, so if you haven't figured it out, well, hell, you've seen the damn title, so you already know. Dontay London, all right? Dontay London is somebody who, like, I found out about maybe 6-7 months ago, right? They was popping on YouTube because the big thing was he was doing all of these videos talking about how easy it is to make money on YouTube. YouTube is on easy mode. I mean, he got tons and tons of videos, and in these videos, he basically was talking about, like, yo, I'm making like $5,000 a month. Oh, I just made $20,000 a month. He would do videos of him in the car with stacks of money and shit. He would go to his bank account and take out stacks of money, sit in his car and just show it, right? So at first, Dontay people was looking at him like, yo, he the man. Like, oh man, he an underdog. Look at him. Then after a few months of him doing that shit, people was like, yo, bro, like, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you running around here flexing with all this money? People gonna rob you. People jealous. People this, people that. A lot of people start hating on him, right? So then Dontay starts switching up his content. He stopped talking about how YouTube is on easy mode. He started basically just like talking about life and trying to give like tips and shit and showing his relationship. And his views started to decline, right? So all of a sudden, his content switched up again, where he's like, out of nowhere, like, yo, like, I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, my YouTube money is gone. I can't afford my new apartment. I can't afford my truck. I can't afford this. I can't afford that, right? So, now to be fair with Dontay, he's not really asking for his viewers. That DoorDash, I guess she's asking for, like, help from her viewers. Dontay, from what I see, is not really asking for, you know, financial help from his subscribers, right? But here's the thing. Ever since he started doing content about, like, yo, I'm broke, I'm about to get evicted, my wife left me, my wife's sick, I'm about to move in with my mama, all this shit, if you look at his channel, these videos are getting fairly amount of, you know, decent views, right? So, you know, it's like 30,000, 40,000, 30,000, 25,000 views, right? Like, all his views is going up ever since he started talking about how he's going down, right? So it started to make you wonder, like, yo, is you faking this? Is you creating this shitty environment for yourself just to get popping on YouTube, right? And a lot of people are debating this. And honestly, in my opinion, I do think he's probably in these the situations are probably real, but I think a little bit he's instigating the situations, right? Like he's creating these situations for content, right? And to be honest with you, only a few people really know. Like his girl probably know the truth. He obviously knows the truth. Maybe his friends, maybe his family kind of know what he's doing if he kind of bullshitting. But I just feel like when you watch his content and you look at like some of his videos where he's like really, really sad and struggling, right? Like scary. Like, damn, is he alright? But and then you question yourself. You got to be like, come on, man, I do YouTube. I've been on YouTube forever, multiple channels and shit. So we all know as YouTubers or people who do videos, like, you know when you hit and record. You know what state of mind you in when you hit record. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to kind of halfway prepare for this shit. So I'm like, if you going through all of these issues, why is your first thought like, oh, I gotta record this shit? Like, if I'm going through half the shit he going through, YouTube is like the last thing on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm like broke as shit, my account's overdrawn, I'm about to get evicted. Motherfucker, if I'm about to get evicted, I'm like, I might be selling my camera and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with him, everything gotta be documented, right? Like if my wife is in the hospital, the last thing on my mind is like, yo, where my goddamn phone? I gotta record this shit, right? And it seems like everything he's recording lately is about his downfall. Because if you notice, there are no videos lately that's about like anything happy, anything positive, right? Everything is just like, I'm about to get evicted. My wife is sick. You know, I can't find a job. No one will hire me. Blah, 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 blah. Everything, right? Now, the funny thing is, when he was going through his run, you know, making all this money on his channel, when he was talking about YouTube is on easy mode and blah, 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 there was times where he did say, I'm doing these videos, you know, YouTube is on easy mode because this is what is getting me views. He said it. Several times he said this shit. He said, I'm going to do what I need to do to get views. He said it, right? He said it. So the fact that he's smart enough to know this and say this, it looks like, whether this shit real or not, whether his content is fake or staged or whatever, he said that. And what he's doing now, it looks like that's what he's doing. It looks like he's like, man, none of this shit working. My content ain't been working. Let me try the underdog content. Let me try the I'm going broke content. Let me see how that shit gonna play out. And it seems like that is what he's been doing lately, and it's been working. If you look at the views, it's been working, right? So it's like, is he that deep in the YouTube that he's like, I'm willing to sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? Like my well-being, my mental, my relationship, just for views. Am I willing to just like actually not have a job? Because if you notice, and a lot of people be shitting on him about this, like he'll go say he's looking for a job, right? And I noticed this shit too. Like he was like, yo, today I gotta find a job, you know what I mean? Like I got like 3 hours to find a job, or like, yeah, shit, right? And he'll go to these job places with his phone, right? Everywhere you go, he got a phone. He'll go in these places, everywhere you go, he got to record, right? And I'm like, maybe some of these places don't know what he's doing, but some of these places clearly probably see, like, nigga, why you always holding why you doing this shit? I'm trying to talk to you, brother, and you doing this shit. Every time we talking, you doing this. There's always a phone, right? And I'm like, you got, you know what I mean? And it's like, so he'd go to these looking for jobs, and like people say, he looked, I don't want to say like a bum, but like, who goes to really looking for a job with a do-rag and a hoodie on and all this shit with your kid in your arm? You come in looking for a job with your son in one arm and your phone in the other arm doing this shit. Hey, y'all hiring and shit. You know what I mean? So that right there just is not a good look. But here's the thing. If Dontay is doing these things and they're staged and he know what he's doing and he's willing to sacrifice, right? Despite what we all saying, despite what I just said, if he's checking his his Google AdSense, and you know, his shit, he just made $3,000-$4,000 last month, he probably gonna be like, shh, I gotta keep this shit going. And it's working. But here's the thing, real quick, I'm gonna finish this damn video. I feel like I've been talking too long. Here's the thing. Here's the one thing that's kind of confusing me a little bit. All right. So he was making all this money from YouTube ads. All right. Boom. For whatever reason, he got this new apartment. He couldn't afford it. Whatever. He got this truck. He can't afford it. Blah, 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 blah. So his YouTube earnings go down. Cool. Right. That shit happens. We all know AdSense can be a bitch. We get it. But then you still doing like what, Instacart, right? So you're making a little bit of money, and you're still getting some sort of YouTube ad money. But lately, ever since you started doing this I'm going down content, your views have been going up, which means your AdSense earnings definitely is going up. So my question is, what the hell is you doing with the money? Like you should be making decent money now again. So why are you still making I'm broke as hell content if clearly, you know what I'm saying? Like your earnings should be going up. So I don't understand, right? So I don't know. It looks kind of, you know. And another thing, by you still getting all of these views, you're still not getting like brand deal offers and things like that. Like, why aren't you trying to get like a debt repair brand deal or some shit with a company? Like, why aren't you like trying other, you know, to monetize your channel? See, those are the things that make me think like, I don't want to say you faking, but it looks like you may just be putting yourself in them positions to, you know what I'm saying, to get them views. So he really might be going through this shit looking for a job or pretending to look for a job just for the sake of content. I'm leaning more towards like that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But eventually it's kind of going to be fake if his YouTube earnings, if he start getting $5,000-$10,000 a month again from YouTube, how the hell you still making I'm so broke content videos? Make it make sense.